12 children refused cancer treatment on Halloween night because they didn't want to miss trick-or-treating. Then 34 skeleton-painted bikers walked into the hospital. What happened in room 408 3 hours later made grown men cry. October 31st, 2024, St. Mary's Children's Hospital, 7:47 p.m. Through the fourth-floor window, Nurse Elena Rodriguez watched them arrive. 34 motorcycles rolling in like thunder. Riders dressed in black with white skeleton paint covering their faces. Outside, trick-or-treaters ran past with bulging candy bags, laughing in their superhero capes and princess gowns. A carved pumpkin sat crooked on the hospital entrance steps, its flame flickering in the wind. The Iron Souls Motorcycle Club had just pulled up, but tonight, they weren't the Iron Souls tonight, they were the Skeleton Crew. 4 hours earlier, 12 children had refused life-saving treatment. Chemotherapy, transfusions, critical procedures, their reason? They'd rather miss the medicine than miss Halloween while the world celebrated without them. 8-year-old Emma Torres told her mother something that shattered Maria's heart. "I don't want the medicine tonight. I just want one Halloween, please, just one. What do you say to that?" By afternoon, the ward was in crisis. Parents sobbing. Doctors scrambling. Child life specialist Jessica Chen made a desperate call. She called the bikers. The Iron Souls clubhouse sat on the edge of town. Inside, President Ryder sorted donated toys with two brothers, Diesel and Cage. Ryder was ex-military. 2 tours. Purple Heart. When he came home broken, the Iron Souls gave him purpose. His phone buzzed. "Unknown number, yeah? Mr. Ryder? I'm Jessica Chen from St. Mary's Hospital. I know this sounds insane, but we have 12 children refusing treatment because it's Halloween and—" Ryder interrupted. "Kids or adults? What?" "The people who need help. Kids or adults. Kids, cancer patients. They're refusing—" "Give me 2 hours," he hung up. Looked at Diesel and Cage. Kids in the hospital, scared, refusing treatment. "It's Halloween," Cage frowned. "What do they need?" Ryder's eyes burned. Magic. Group text went out. "Clubhouse, now, riding for kids. Bring paint." 90 minutes later, 34 Iron Souls stood in formation. But they weren't Iron Souls anymore. Diesel applied white face paint. Skull design. Hollow eyes. Grinning teeth. "Kids want to be scared of Halloween?" he muttered. "Let's give them something worth being scared of." They painted skulls. Pulled on black hoodies with skeleton ribs spray-painted across the chest. They became the Skeleton Crew. Ryder addressed them as sunset fell. "We ride clean. No swearing. No showing off. Tonight we're their protectors. Their brothers. Their superheroes." 34 skull-faced bikers nodded in silence. "Let's ride." Engines roared. 7:43 p.m., hospital parking lot. Elena heard them before she saw them. That deep rumble, growing louder. 34 motorcycles rolled in like thunder. Riders in perfect formation, skull paint glowing under orange streetlights. On the street below, kids in vampire costumes and witch hats turned to stare. Parents pulled them back, but the bikers weren't there for them. "Oh God," Elena whispered. "What have we done?" Ryder looked up at the hospital windows. Saw small faces pressed against glass, watching trick-or-treaters run by with their candy hauls. He touched his chest, right fist over heart. The Iron Souls salute. Diesel opened his saddlebags. Orange LED lights, fake cobwebs, mini pumpkins, dozens of them, costume pieces, dry ice, and bags of candy. Lots of candy. 40 minutes, he said. "Let's turn this place into a haunted highway." What happened next was magic. The bikers moved through the hospital like shadows, stringing orange lights down hallways, hanging cobwebs from IV poles, lining mini jack-o'-lanterns along the nurse stations, every single one with a flickering LED candle inside. Painting road lines on the floor with tape. A banner went up. Route 66 to recovery. Wheelchairs got flame decals and handlebar grips. Fog machines appeared at intersections. Speakers played engine sounds. They placed carved pumpkins at every room entrance. Taped paper bats to the ceiling. Hung orange and black streamers that swayed like they were alive. Jessica and Elena watched, speechless. Diesel carefully adjusted a plastic spider on a door frame, making sure it hung just right. Not too scary. Cage asked a nurse if the fog would trigger asthma. Another biker positioned a grinning pumpkin at the perfect angle for a kid in bed to see it. Elena started crying. These men are decorating a children's hospital like it's their own kid's birthday party. By 8:30 p.m., the oncology ward wasn't a hospital anymore. It was Halloween. Real Halloween. The kind dreams are made of. The treatment room door had a new sign. The pit stop, time to bring out the kids. Emma sat on her bed in her Supergirl costume, defeated. Through her window, she could see kids on the street below dumping candy onto the sidewalk, comparing their hauls. Elena appeared with a wheelchair. Not a normal wheelchair. This one had flame decals, a flag, handlebar grips, and a small pumpkin strapped to the front like a headlight. Your ride is ready, Supergirl. The doors open, orange glow everywhere, fog swirling across the floor, carved pumpkins lining the walls, their faces grinning in the dim light, skeleton bikers lined up like an honor guard. Silence. Emma's mouth fell open. Mommy, are they real? Maria couldn't speak, just nodded through tears. Ryder stepped forward, knelt to Emma's eye level. Skull paint stark but eyes warm. Hey there, Supergirl. Heard you needed backup tonight. We're the skeleton crew. We're here to ride with you. You ready? Emma nodded, then asked, do I still have to get the medicine? Ryder didn't flinch. Yeah, you do. But tonight, we ride together. That medicine, that's just fuel for the journey. Every superhero needs fuel to fight the bad guys. Emma smiled slowly. Put out her tiny fist, okay? Ryder bumped it gently, stood, pulled a fun-sized candy bar from his vest pocket, handed it to her. Every rider gets candy on Halloween. That's the rule. Emma's eyes lit up. Ryder turned. Skeleton crew, form up! Bikers lined up, started making engine sounds, low rumbles, revving noises. The convoy began. Emma wheeled down the hallway past glowing pumpkins and swaying bats. 2 bikers flanked her, making vroom-vroom sounds. She giggled, then laughed. Other children joined. 5 wheelchairs in a line, each with a biker escort, each with their own pumpkin headlight. In the pit stop, needles went in. But children weren't crying. They were clutching candy bars and staring at the jack-o'-lanterns surrounding them. Diesel held a boy's hand, making goofy faces through skull paint. The boy laughed. Got his treatment. Got his candy. Another biker gave a girl a temporary tattoo during her transfusion. She grinned, flexed her tiny arm, grabbed a mini Snickers bar. For 90 minutes, St. Mary's was the loudest place in the city. Engine sounds, laughter, life. Halloween. Dr. Hassan Patel shook his head in disbelief. 100% treatment compliance. 0 distress. They went through everything laughing. I've never seen anything like it. But the moment no one expected happened in room 408. David Nguyen, 6 years old. Stage 4 neuroblastoma, too weak to leave his bed. His parents sat beside him, listening to distant laughter from the convoy. Through his window, kids in zombie costumes ran past, screaming with joy. David's mother, Lynn, started crying. He can't even join them. A knock, gentle. Ryder's skull-painted face appeared. May we come in? Lynn and Tom nodded. 11 bikers crowded carefully into the small room, surrounded David's bed with impossible gentleness. Diesel carried a carved pumpkin, set it gently on David's bedside table. Its grinning face glowed warm. Ryder knelt beside David. Hey, brother. You can't come to the ride, so we brought the ride to you. You ready? David nodded weakly. Ryder stood. Skeleton crew. Rev it up. All 11 bikers started making motorcycle sounds, loud, layered, revving imaginary engines, waving their arms like they were riding. For 3 minutes, room 408 was louder than any highway in America. David tried to lift his arms. Too weak, Ryder noticed. Stepped closer, gently lifted David's arms. Helped him ride. The sounds built, crescendoed. The pumpkin's candlelight flickered with every movement, casting dancing shadows. Lynn covered her mouth, sobbing. Tom's face breaking. But they were smiling. David laughed. Weak but laughing. The sounds faded, stopped. Silence. David looked at Ryder. Can you come back next Halloween? Ryder's jaw tightened, tears in his eyes. He leaned in close. Brother. We'll be here every Halloween. That's not a promise. That's a vow. All 11 bikers formed the Iron Soul salute, right fist over heart. David tried to copy it. His little fist barely lifted, but he did it. Ryder reached into his vest, pulled out a full-size candy bar, the good kind king-size Reese's. placed it gently in David's hand. Every rider gets candy on Halloween, Ryder whispered. Especially the brave ones. Then he placed his fist gently against David's chest. You're Iron Souls now. Forever. 10:37 p.m. Treatments complete. Bikers packed gear in the parking lot. The streets were quiet now. Trick-or-treaters had gone home. Jack-o'-lanterns still glowed on porches. Nurses, doctors, parents filed out, formed two lines, started clapping, applause building, louder. The bikers walked through it. Some nodded. Some touched their hearts. Maria ran forward, grabbed Ryder, hugged him tight. She pressed something into his hand. A fun-size Milky Way. Emma wanted you to have this. She said every biker needs candy too. Ryder's eyes watered. He nodded, walked to his bike. They didn't take photos, didn't post on social media. They just rode home under the Halloween moon. The decorations stayed up for 5 days. Children kept asking when the skeleton crew would return. The pumpkins kept glowing. In the following weeks, 76% decrease in treatment anxiety. 847 letters from parents. 19 hospitals requested the skeleton crew. This Halloween, October 31st, 2025, the skeleton crew will ride again, to St. Mary's, and to 19 other hospitals. Because some promises are kept, some rides never end. Emma visits the clubhouse now, rides on Diesel's Harley. The brothers call her Little Super. Every Halloween, she brings them candy. David, still fighting, still riding. The bikers visit every week. That carved pumpkin from room 408 sits in the clubhouse now, still glowing. A reminder. In the clubhouse, a photograph hangs. 12 children in wheelchairs. 34 skeleton-painted bikers. Everyone smiling. Jack-o'-lanterns glowing all around them. The plaque reads, "The night fear became hope." The Skeleton Crew. October 31st, 2024. Ryder looks at that photo every day and remembers, brotherhood isn't about leather and chrome. It's about showing up when someone needs you most. It's about turning a hospital hallway into a highway. It's about 11 grown men making motorcycle sounds for 3 minutes because one little boy needed to ride on Halloween. Someone walks through your door and says, "I need help." And you answer. Every single time. Because some heroes wear badges. Some wear capes. And some, they wear skulls and carry candy on the best night of the year.
If you believe brotherhood means something, hit that subscribe button and join the Iron Souls family. Because every ride has a story, and every story deserves to be told. Happy Halloween!